Blessings, divine beings. Nimue here. I am so deeply excited to share with you what my husband got me for Mother's Day yesterday, which was the Tarot of the Witch's Garden. And I'm trying to get this to focus, kind of. There we go. He did such a good job. He knew which deck I wanted the most off of my Amazon wish list, and this is what I got. I'm so excited. And the reason this has been on my wish list for the longest amount of time, and I've been avoiding buying it and buying other decks before this one because I knew what it would mean. I knew it was going to replace what I'm currently using as my main tarot reading deck. And yeah, I knew it was going to be, I was going to need time to deeply bond and connect with this deck. A lot of other decks I get, they're fun to use. I get them and, you can kind of use them on a whim. And I just knew that this was going to be my next like core deck or main deck, if there's such a thing. I know a lot of people read with, multiple decks, but this, for me, this is going to be my main deck for a few reasons. It's super witchy. I'm an ordained Wiccan priestess, and I have most of my collection is witchy decks. It's gardeny and green and magical and mystical, and it has like the subtle incorporation of fantasy, but not too overt or in your face. There's like some, hidden fairy creatures or some subtle mermaid creatures. And this is a very feminine based deck. There are very few males in this deck, and I don't, I feel maybe there's a good amount of people that will not appreciate the lack of gender diversity in this deck. But for me, I work with the divine feminine. I lead women's circles. So that is kind of my life's work, is working with women and the feminine. And so a deck that has minimal male figures is ideal for me. No offense to any males, right? But my husband was very supportive and he wanted to get me this deck. So anyways, enough about my story. Let's dive into the actual deck. I did, of course, yesterday was Mother's Day, so I did dive into this deck and look all through it and read the first part of the book. But honestly, going through it a second time is just going to be just as exciting. So the back says, a manifestation and magic await you in the witch's garden, cultivating personal intuition as a summer landscape with this enchanting Rider-Waite Smith style deck. Natasia's delicate watercolor paintings decorate 78 exquisitely crafted cards with comforting cottagecore scenes to provide gentle respite for your busy modern world. Best-selling author Sasha Graham helps you navigate her lush landscape of symbolic imagery with her full-color companion book. The Tarot of the Witch's Garden is your key to a secret sanctuary that will unlock the latent magic thriving inside of you with a 312 full-color page book. Honestly, I wasn't sure. I saw it was a decent sized book, but I had no idea that this was going to be one of the best tarot companion books probably the best tarot companion book I have ever gotten with a tarot deck before. And so I'm really excited to dive in and study it. On the back, it has quite a few tarot spreads, like a lot. So for love and romance, home and garden, family and ancestors, heart and health, transitions and past lives, life path and soul evolution. Sorry, my light is like really just following that picture. Okay. And dreams and spirit communication, omens and augury. Wait, there's a lot there. I'm going to move this really quick and get a drink of water because my throat feels dry. Okay. We'll dive into the cards in just a moment, but this book, it feels like really good quality, vivid pictures. I like when they have, I know some people would rather a simpler book, but I really love the pictures because when I read through the book for the first time, like without even working with the cards. I want to like read the book all the way through first, and so I'm not using my cards. I'm like reading the book, so it's nice to have the pictures right there. And in the front, she just did such a fantastic job. It was the most inviting most encouraging, welcoming introduction to tarot in a companion book that I've ever read before. She is kind of writing it on the assumption, for people that maybe this is their first deck or haven't worked with tarot a whole lot. But the first part is introducing you to kind of the world that was created here, written from the perspective of the magician, sorceress, or witch. Kind of telling you about the world that you're stepping into and how to use its secrets. And she has it is kind of laid out like a garden, I guess. Like obviously the witch's garden, but it was really creative. So first section is tending to the soil, planting seeds, cultivating depth and meaning. This is all like the meanings of the cards. And then harvesting magic. That was the spreads that we just looked at. And so the first part, how to handle your cards with care. There's an initiation ritual, having a tarot grimoire, tarot reading essentials, different tips, and just so sweet. And I don't know, the energy that she was giving was just like a sweet grandmother, teaching you something new, telling you it's okay, take your time. You don't need to memorize it all at once. It'll come to you. Be patient with yourself. Just connect with your cards. It was just really nice. Read tarot immediately. What was that about? I forgot. Oh, don't be afraid about being wrong. Just start working with it and start using it, making it a daily practice. And this is breaking it down, which I've never seen it in maybe I just haven't bought the right tarot deck, but it was really cool seeing it broken down, if you need some help, learning it, right? So for the major arcana, she broke it down. The witch's earthly journey, Fool to Chariot. The witch's spiritual journey, Strength to Temperance. The witch's celestial journey, Devil to World. The minor arcana, she breaks down Pursuit, Swords, Cups, Wands, Pentacles, and then a little, specifying the court cards. Talks about tarot and astrology, which she incorporates in the meaning of the cards. Tarot and numerology, she breaks down the numbers to help you do readings. Talks about colors, reading with colors, meditative journey. Just absolutely fantastic. And then she has a little bit, what I thought she had, so a little intro to each section. But then for each card, she has a keyword, kind of like an oracle, right? Which, not all tarot have just one keyword for each card, which I find fantastic. And then she has something to do with astrology. These are at the beginning, it's elements, and then the zodiacs. And she has the, what are they called? Planets. And then once you get to the minor arcana, it's a bit more specific for the, the court cards. She has the seasons. And then for the minor arcana, she'll have something more specific. Pisces, mutable water, Aries, cardinal fire, moon in Taurus, Mars in Gemini, Venus in Aquarius, right? Just like that. And so she gives, a nice, maybe not quite one page of kind of the story behind the card and the character and a little bit of a meaning here, and then traditional upright and reversed tarot meanings. And then there's a question, a thought-provoking question, if it's reversed. I think it could be used either way for every card. I love that, right? So every single card has a thought-provoking question to ponder on that has to do with that card at the very end. So that was just fantastic to me. I love all the information they have. She has, and then at the beginning she gives a little thing on swords, and yeah, it's a fantastic book. But I'm sure you want to see the cards more, or maybe you wanted to see the book. I do find that a lot of people skip over looking through the book, and the book's always really important to me. So I wanted to spend time looking at the book, because I feel like some people open the decks up and they're like, oh, that's the book. And let's set it over here. Let's look at the cards. And to me, I always want to see the book. So let's dive into the cards. The Fool, I was comparing this deck to the deck it is replacing last night, kind of like a side-by-side of each card. The Magician, which in the other deck was a male. The deck it's replacing for me is the Druidcraft Tarot. I've had that deck for a very long time. And then going through, it's not focusing. Focus. There we go. I was comparing side by side, and I did not realize how many men were in the Druidcraft deck. The High Priestess. She's so ethereal looking. Just because, yeah, most of these characters in here are women. I think there's the kings are men, and I think the like emperor is a man. Other than that, it's only like accompanying men, like in the Lover's card or something. But otherwise, everyone in here is a woman, and that really works for me. But I was really realizing how many, especially in the minor arcana cards, that Empress is so lovely. I was just comparing like positions and symbolism and how much was the same and how much was different, and there was a lot of similarities. But except for the fact that the Druidcraft Tarot had, yeah, so many men, and I didn't realize it. Like most of the cards were like guys, and it started making me like not like it very much. And I was like, oh well, I guess I'm replacing it. So the Emperor, the Hierophant. I love the old lady, like the wise crone. You're going to take lessons. Look at that, their books. The cat book. What does that say? The Secret Garden. That's so cute. The Lovers. Pretty traditional Lovers card. The Chariot. I wish this was different. I don't know. Chariot cards bug me. I haven't seen a Chariot card that I really, really love. I wish it was, I don't know, a little different. I do like that guy, however. The little, oh, focus? Is it not gonna? There we go. A little fawn kind of guy. All the fruits and veggies in the back. I love that. And there's so many, like, I think every card is some sort of, like, produce from a garden. I love this strength card with the bears instead of a lion. She looks like yeah, the story of the three bears. What's her name? The Hermit. Another one that's a female representing versus a traditional male. I love this Wheel of Fortune. I love the font. I just love the fantasy creatures. There's a little fairy there. Right? And it's not so in your face like a fairy deck or anything, or just all fantasy, but they're just, subtly woven in there. The Justice card. I love that she's standing holding baskets of flowers, produce, flowers and produce. Right? Instead of like sitting in her normal chair. The Hanged Woman. I'm sure that's going to bug people, but I love it. Instead of the Hangman. And I love that she's tied up by a vine. I love her eyes. Like was it the high priestess? Had the white eyes. The Death card. Very Halloween-y. It's kind of cute. There's a couple cards in here with like pumpkins. I think that's endearing. But yeah, I don't know, a little different, I think, but I like it. He looks so friendly. He's like smiling. The little girl's like offering a gift. It's really sweet. Temperance. The Devil. Still pretty traditional. I mean, depicted as a woman, but... Oh, the Tower. I love this. I like that this is different. Like, it's a tree house instead of like a, castle ruins. And it's like two little kids falling, and the fairy and the badgers, or whatever those are gonna catch them. I like the star. I feel like most stars are depicted naked, and I love nudity. It's nothing wrong with that. But I love her dress in this one. I love the white peacock. It's a really beautiful star card. And the moon, I love her. Super symmetrical, and I love the colors. The sun card, that's another one. The sun card and the chariot cards always bug me. It's always like this little boy that, I don't know. I just don't love it. Judgment. Oh, I love this world card so much. And again, another little fawn guy. Cat, witch's hat, fairy, dancing lady, in the woods. Looks like she's reading some cards. There's like a fairy ring of mushrooms around there. So cute. Okay. Minor Arcana. I don't think I showed the back of the cards. I love the back of the cards. Look at how much is there. There's cauldrons. There's like the triple moon. There's snake holding a key. There's bats, a bird, flowers, dragonflies. There's so much going on here. All right, Ace of Wands. I love just the cottage in the background. Look at that scene there. The detail, they could have just done that, which a lot of cards do, but like, look, it's just like a whole little world you want to dive into. The Two of Wands. And the details of what's on the table over there. They're just such beautiful pictures. Art. Three of Wands. What is that? A little lizard next to her? The water lilies in the water. Four of Wands. I love this Four of Wands so much. I think traditionally it's just depicted of like the four, stabs and then like the stuff on top, but there's no one like, look at these people. She's like inviting you in. Look, she's reaching her hand out. Everyone's having a party, having a good time. Gosh, I love that. I love the birds. It's usually like five guys like fighting. They're birds stealing worms from each other. That's so cute. I love this. Usually like a man on the horse, but look at her. Her group of women encouraging her, riding off into battle. Seven of Wands. Eight of Wands. It's like she's like meditating, like levitating all those wands. Nine of Wands. I thought she looks like Millie Bobby Brown, and I think that's really cool. Like from her new movie, I forgot what it's called. It was on Netflix, but she was like a princess that had to like escape a dragon's cave. But like, I don't know. I showed it to my daughter, and she kind of rolled her eyes. I think it totally looks like Millie Bobby Brown. All right, Ten of Wands. Usually depicted as a super like harsh card, or like not harsh, but yeah, not the great. I don't know. It's never depicted really as the greatest or inspiring, but I feel inspired. She's like carrying a bundle of wands, but she also has her baby with her. She looks like she's like on a mission. Like she has a lot to accomplish. But she has her fox with her. She has like some potions maybe and a scroll. Walking through this like doorway, maybe leaving her home behind. I don't know. It looks really cool. Okay. Ace of Cups. Dragonflies. Lilies. Look at that fish. Oh, I love this Two of Cups. They're so cute. The birds. The flowers. Look how happy they are. This has got to be one of my favorite Three of Cups. Look at that. It's Halloween kind of fallish too. Look at these frogs. Drunk off their bums. And they're so happy. Just connecting. Three ladies dancing. friends. I love this Four of Cups probably more than any other Four of Cups. It still gets the picture across, but like, look at her friend trying to come and encourage her or pull her out of her funk under this big mushroom. Just like bringing her flowers or something. Five of Cups. Six of Cups. Gosh, I love this. I feel like not super traditional, but it has, the cups full of the flowers. But she's sitting on a pill bug, two little fairies under a beetroot with some larvae in the back. Just like hanging out, having fun. This Seven of Cups is beautiful. In the book, it actually goes, I haven't read it yet, but there's like a meaning of like each card is listed or each cup is listed and what's in it and like the meaning of what's in the cup. So that is just fantastic. Eight of Cups. That eclipse. There's that mer person I was looking for, but then kind of not. She kind of just like turns into the water there. But I feel like that's not a super traditional Nine of Cups, but I love it. I love it so much. And the Ten of Cups, happy family. Got two ladies there having a happy family with their kids and dog and cat. Look at how happy they all look. All right, Ace of Swords. Two of Swords, pretty traditional. Three of Swords, we have the heart, but you know what? We have her underneath it, in despair. Bright red dress. Look at that hair. That's beautiful. This card is usually so boring. It's just that. This is really cool. This has got to be my favorite card in the entire deck. Like, first of all, it's beautiful. I don't know. She's like in these ruins, garden ruins, on these pillows with her cat and her swords. Can I focus on that? But like, look, you can see her nipples through her dress. Just the detail of these cards is mind-blowing. This card is a really awesome depiction of the Five of Swords. Like, look at her. Look at her friend back there. Like this, I mean, it gets the point across, but like, I think way better done than what I normally see. Six of Swords. Seven of Swords. Again, not totally, I was comparing this to my other deck. Quite different, but I like it so much more. Eight of Swords, very traditional. Nine of Swords. This card, but I think this card is really cool. She's like in a cave. There's like bees attacking her or something. I don't know what my card phone is doing. She's on a hammock. Little eyes there. Got her cat, like scared for her. But like, look at her clothes. This whole, stop doing that. There we go. This whole deck is like not modern day. And she's wearing shorts and a tank top and boots. I mean, the boots are fine. Stop doing that. I just was very confused. Is she an elf? Does she have elf ears? I don't know. Why is she wearing shorts and a tank top? It's just very modern day. The card is really cool though, but her clothes are bugging me. Ten of Swords. Pretty traditional. Ace of Pentacles. The spider. Just the detail. Everything. And there's always like the little cottages and homes in the back. Gosh, I love this deck so much. Two of Pentacles. Pretty traditional, but like way cuter. Like look at her. And her little chipmunk friends. Little ladybug. Oh, I love this so much. She has a little like, what is this? A groundhog holding the plans with his little monocle. And a fairy helping out. She's building. He's cool. I like him. The stone man. Five of Pentacles, very traditional, but still beautiful. Six of Pentacles. Oh, I love this. She's like, I don't know. I just see so much. I know it's like giving, helping others and give, but like, she's like giving away, food to the animals. But it's like, I don't know. Is he like begging? I just see so much like power and authority in her. But she's still giving to everyone. But he's like, I love that it's like a guy, like, I don't know, begging for a handout. And she's, of course, obliging. She's out to help everyone in the forest, all the animals, even him. I don't know. This card cracks me up. I haven't read the meaning behind it, but that's what I got from it. I just see her like, she has like all the power, but she's giving. She's giving with what she has. Oh, this one, probably my second favorite card in the deck. Again, Halloweeny, pumpkins, but she's like doing her own reading. And look at her, she's thinking, she's like, as she's like taking a break from her work. Gosh, I love that. And the gourds in the back. Oh, and again, the fairies just like helping out the kids, making little pentagram wreaths with their grandma in the garden. She's cool, really traditional with the falcon. But I like that she has, there's like a whole vineyard behind her. She's got her wine. Is that a hedgehog? So cute. Oh, the happy family. I love this too. It's the female is like the matriarch. Usually it's like the male. But look, he is sitting below her. She is this front and center of the card. Maybe we got the grandma off to the side here with her really cool, like magical cape. And the kid and the dogs. Look at her husband or whatever. He's like worshiping her as like the queen of the family. All right, the court cards. Page of Wands. Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands. I love this. She still has her like sunflower, her cat. But look at her tattoos. So beautiful. And the King of Wands. Oh, and like the fish people. They have like legs, but they have like gill ears. Page of Cups. Oh, and with his not silky. That's a person. Kelpie, not silky. Kelpie horse. Right? That's so cool. Are those like leaves in his hair? Can't quite tell. But that is a really, really cool card. I don't know, he's got like is he painting? Oh, painting herbs in the forest. Oh, so cool. So much detail. Queen of Cups. Look at her regalness. Got her snake and a fish and a squirrel next to a waterfall. King of Cups. Right? And he looks, I love how he looks. He looks like, the god of the sea. Page of Swords. I like how they kind of switch. This is kind of like a male representing figure, and then the knight is a female representing figure, but he's got like fairy wings flying around. She's on her, typically, on a white horse, but it's a Pegasus. Way cooler than a plain white horse. Queen of Swords. King of Swords. Oh, she's just so cute with her flower hat. She's like part plant. Next to the pumpkin, got her books and a little bee helper, taking a nap. A Knight of Pentacles with a buffalo instead of a horse. I thought that was really, really cool. Queen of Pentacles. This would be my other favorite card. She is just part of the forest. It's like she's like part of her throne with the hair, but just like flowers growing everywhere and vines, and God, she's just gorgeous. And King of Pentacles. I think he looks a little cocky, kind of like Dionysus maybe, with all of his like wine and his sexiness and his fruit. But no, he looks great. Gosh, I love this deck so much. I'm going to do a sample reading with this deck in a different video after this. So if you are interested in how this deck reads, I'm going to go into a lot more detail into the deck. We'll do a 3-card draw and see how the messages feel.